Sup guys, I'm back and today I'm doing another movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Shin Godzilla or Shin Gojira or Godzilla Resurgence from the year 2016. Yes, this is the first Japanese, this is the first Japanese Godzilla movie we got since Godzilla Final Wars. So, yeah, and I know many people out there like this movie. I think this movie's alright. I don't, I'm not like so passionate about Shin Godzilla like a lot of people are. I think this is alright. I don't like it as much as the legendary Godzilla movies, at least in my opinion. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into this review. So basically, guys, in this movie, there's this giant, this weird-looking creature, kind of like a moray eel, but it's got like legs, it's got giant gills that spurt out blood, and it's now come ashore and it's now destroying Tokyo. And this creature, guys, this is an evolution. This is a type. This is basically Godzilla, but he's like Godzilla evolved in this movie. He has 4 forms. First form is when he's in the water, which we don't really get to see much. We only get to see his tail. Second form is when he comes on land and he's like this yellow creature, which is a little weird. So, yeah, we had this little creature. I think it's an ugly looking creature that's just laying waste to Japan. Then all of a sudden, it's starting to evolve. And let me tell you, this is 2016 when this movie was made. And the scene where Shin Godzilla is evolving from Kamada-kun to Shinagawa-kun is horribly done. CGI. I'm not afraid to say that. The CGI for that was horrible. So basically, the Kamada-kun is what the first form of Shin Godzilla was called. And then the second form of Shin Godzilla. So this is the third form of Shin Godzilla. And now it's red. It's called Shinagawa-kun. So now this is laying waste to Japan. And then, after it lays waste, does a little bit of damage, it goes back to sea. So, basically, they call this creature Godzilla, and they basically say that it has been created by, like, the nuclear waste that's been dumped into the sea. So, they devise a plan. It's called the Yaguchi Plan, which is named after the main character in this movie, to put blood coagulant into the body of this creature, which it'll freeze it. So, now, Godzilla's come back again. And now he's doubled in height. And he has a super long tail and tiny little arms. And, he's like always like palms up. I don't know why. I actually thought that was cool. And let me tell you guys, this may be the scariest Godzilla out there. He's a walking scar. He's like got all this fission emitting from his body, lighting it in his body. And this Godzilla is indestructible. And now, this used to be the largest live-action Godzilla out there. It's now been trumped by the American legendary Godzilla. This guy's Shin Godzilla's 118 meters tall, and I believe the legendary Goji now is 119 meters tall. And this is actually the third largest Godzilla that's ever been seen. The largest being Godzilla Earth, who stands at 300 meters tall. That's ridiculous. And I'll get to that in the next movie review. So, yeah, now this Godzilla's coming ashore, and they're using conventional weapons, and they're doing no good. So, now Godzilla's destroying Tokyo. So, but there is a conventional weapon that kind of works. So, the U.S. like stealth bombers drop like missiles, like bombs on Shin Godzilla's back. And mind you, his back is very, very soft. So, the bomb just go into his back and just explode. And Shin Godzilla just cries out in pain. But he's glowing red, but now he starts to glow purple. Oh, Lord. So, this Godzilla I dub the I'm a fire him a laser Godzilla. So, yeah. And it's well deserved. Because, first, what Godzilla does is that he opens his jaw and his bottom jaw splits like a snake. And he spits like this plume into the center and it just like spreads out across Tokyo. Then he ignites it with like a fire breath, and the fire just spreads all over Tokyo. And then here comes the I'm a fire, I'm a laser part. He turns into a purple beam, like a purple stream, and it just cuts through buildings, cuts through planes like nothing, cuts it through like a knife slicing through warm butter. So then the bombers drop bombs again, and all of a sudden all these beams that are just as strong as they came out of his mouth come out of his back. It's kind of like overload. It's ridiculous. So Godzilla just spewing beams everywhere across the city, and he's cutting buildings, just with ease. And this awesome soundtrack. And by the way, the soundtrack in this movie is actually really good, especially Persecution of the Masses is, I believe, the main title of this movie, which they only really used when Kamada-kun was coming ashore, which they should have used that when Shin Godzilla was happening. And Who Will Know is like the If I Die in This World. So, yeah, but it sounds more epic than I was saying. Yeah, but and he's just, and my dog is starting to bark in the background. You guys are gonna have to deal with that. So after Godzilla's done spewing his beams, he starts to become very slow. My dog, I'm tired of that. But you guys are just gonna have to deal with it, okay? So he's starts to go into a shutdown. So he stays still, and he's like a solid black, like a grayish color, and he's staying still, kind of like a cool down thing. So then the United States is like, all right, that's it. We're gonna drop a nuke on Japan, which is not gonna be good either. It's gonna cause more damage than Godzilla himself. So they need to finish Operation, the Iguchi plan, which they now dub Operation Yashiori. So they do Operation Yashiori. They wake Godzilla up, and they pump blood coagulant into his mouth, and it works. Godzilla is basically frozen. But actually, before that, he is able to spew a beam out of his tail, which is kind of weird too. But then after that, they are able to freeze him. So, yeah. They freeze him, but they say when Godzilla becomes active again, they will launch the nuke. The United States will launch a nuke, which is kind of setting up for a sequel. And the ending of this movie is very, very weird. So we get a close-up shot of Godzilla, and something's odd with his tail. And mind you, his tail has like a weird tip to it. So we go to his tail, a close-up shot to his tail, and there's like these little Godzilla people, like skeletons of human skeletons have like Godzilla spikes on their backs, and it's really weird. And then the movie cuts. So yeah, that's basically the movie, you guys. So yeah, guys, this movie brought back Godzilla in the Toho universe, and they did a good job with it. It's not by any means it's maybe in my top 10. It's not in my top 5, but it's an alright movie. It's an alright movie. I heard like something that's supposed to like represent like the unstableness, like the how bad the Japanese government is, like at the time how it was. So yeah, there's a lot of political stuff that goes along with this movie also. So a lot of you people that are interested in politics, I think you'll actually like this movie. So yeah, this Godzilla movie is alright, but I just my gripe with it is the CGI. It's 2016, and these special effects aren't as good as the 2014 Godzilla. And also, I don't like the forms of Godzilla. I mean, I like how he's evolving. I mean, I thought that was a good idea, but at least make it something a lot better looking than Kamada-kun and Shinagawa-kun. Those things are ugly. Right? I mean, I understand why. I mean, they're alright, but Shin Godzilla is the fourth form is the main star of this movie. So yeah, and I also heard that they kind of use a little bit of suitmation with this movie also, which is really, really cool as well. But yeah, it's like I said, it's an alright movie for me. I prefer the legendary Godzilla movies just a little bit more. So yeah, tell me in the comment section below what you guys think of this movie. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, OhmyGodzilla1. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.